basic input-output system, is firmware used to provide runtime services for operating, manufacturing and optimizing human-machine errors. Basic input-output system, is firmware used to provide runtime services for operating, manufacturing and optimizing human-machine errors.
6 has arrived. Landon Quisberry is in my sight, but we're going to hit the scenic camera and roll that footage. It is the Season 6 debut Daytona 250 presented by Black Dirt Racing Co. and Affinity Racing. I'm Brandon Richard. Hello. And I am joined by the lovely and talented Tom Wetmore from the Next Up Series. Going to be joining me all night tonight or until he gets tired of it and he's going to leave. Lots of stuff to get to real quick. Tom, hello.
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 Looking forward to covering some great action here tonight, man.
Dude, we better have it. If not, we are in deep, deep trouble right now. I got to get to the grid real quick. Let's go ahead and show it. Brought to you by backmarker.shop and, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Well, oh, I have the old logos on here. Ignore that. We're crowning a champion tonight in the new season tonight. Cootie and Arms winning the duels. Up front, Miller, Quisenberry, Chira, Demian, row 3, row 4, Nippers, a good one. Dombrowski and Weingard, Barrows and Ritchie. That was an all-crew racing 4 and 5 right there. I like that. Scare, French, row 7, row 8, Tiller and Pendergrass. Tenold, Ritchie, row 9, row 10, Valley and Nadeau. Falovich, Boley, Rios, Eskridge. Back here in row 20. Joao, Kiger, Pinder, Bowman, Skirbo, Shelton, Darrell, Brown, Schwartz, Herring, and Zach Case in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, our field is set, and we have quite the race scheduled for you guys tonight. What I didn't do was change a logo, and I'm gonna fix it, and I'm sorry. So everyone just calm down. Tom, what are we looking forward to tonight? And pick for the race. Excuse me.
And it's tough, right? This Daytona, this package here, you're going to see a lot of two-wide racing. Then you're going to see a third-lane farm. But it's really tough to ignore the guys who have a chance to win the duels this week. You got Cootie up front on the inside, Randy Arms on the outside. Both those guys showed some great speed and the ability to make it happen in the duels. But I'm looking for a little bit of a dark horse. And so as I dig back through the field a little bit, I have my eye on a Guinness number 11 car. I got my eye on James Goodwin 3. That metallic gold car, I think it's going to shine bright tonight. Might find itself in victory lane. A guy that I think we've seen up front, but we've seen him get involved in some stuff, both some of his own doing, some doing that wasn't his. I want to see him get up front tonight. What about you, Richard? Who are you looking for as we come to green?
He loves it when I do it, but I am going to pick Randy Arms. Green flag in the air, season 6, off and running. Let's go racing.
And we're barreling down into turn 1, all 35 of these drivers heading down into turn 1. Arms looking for some push, but not getting it from the Kansas Jayhawks machine behind him.
Let's see, the entire field here is spread out. Get the timing tower to you. Arms and Cootie still up front. Cootie in the 9, new to the Cup Series. Jockeying for position here. Car on the wall, I believe that is Pendergrass. I would bet money on it. I'd bet money on it. Stage break.
He's not the only next up.
Whoa, here we go. Demian.
Oh.
Big banging. Around they go. French involved. Dombrowski involved. Mike Dombrowski involved. Still falling down. And we got ourselves the first caution of the eve. Wowzers.
It looks like you were talking about some of those next up drivers coming up hot. Looked like Luis Rios' first start in the Cup Series. Coming up from next up, his first full campaign, got involved too. One of the late guys involved in that accident.
Big bummer. We're going to try and wrap that up and see if we can... Where is it? Trying to find the exact...
It started up front there, coming out of turn 4. It
yeah,
looked like Sam Demian there in that 21 car. Got up a little bit high, scrubbed the fence, came down, and just got collected some contact there. The 76, and then my pick, James Goodwin there in the 11. From there, everyone was trying to miss it, and not everyone had the ability.
Let's see if we can find him. There's Demian around, and French getting a hold of Dombrowski. Let's go ahead and rewind it just a little bit more here. Demian coming down across the nose of Ritchie. down into Goodwin. And then we'll watch on board. We'll follow along with Dombrowski
Looks
here.
like the 76 car up there. Oh, Dombrowski collected late in that 99 car.
He just gets turned right around. And we got ourselves a caution flag. What a beautiful car, though. That was good. Anyway, there you go. Caution out on the track for the first time, as we didn't even make it around one whole lap. But let's shake it off. Come on now. Come on. Let's get it all out. Let's pop a drink. Hold on. There we go. All right, let's crack it. Let's crack a beverage. Hydrate. Re-rack them. Start all over. Lots of takers to pit road.
Yeah, interesting thing here. First car off of pit road there, Nathan Barrows, right? Trapped back in 12th now. Coming down, getting fuel. These guys on some limited fuel tonight. And Barrows thinks he has the strategy, as does everybody behind him, to try to save this thing for just a little while longer, get some extra fuel. How many laps do you think they can go tonight, Richard?
I believe through the testing and the off season we spent thousands of dollars on a lot of things, and testing was one of them. Fuel runs. I believe the full fuel run is about 21 mile an hour, or 21 miles, but I'm sure that's affected by a plethora of things. That's the first plethora of the season. There you go.
Yeah, combined with the stage break tonight, is there an opportunity for a guy like Nathan Barrows to hang out in 12th, 4 or 5 rows back, run half throttle in this draft, and maybe save enough to make it to the end of the stage?
You would think so, possibly. Guys like Zach Case, Nick Miller, a champion here in the Cup Series, Dylan Falovich, new number, by the way, for Ryan Tiller. Not Ryan Tiller, for Nick Miller. One of the Illers, Dombrowski, new paint, new face. I lost my my sheet. It's gone.
Well, like you mentioned, Nick Miller, not just a past champion, but past back-to-back champion with the experience coming into Daytona.
Absolutely. Also a winner of this race in Season 3 and Season 2. Back-to-back wins for this guy. And he's looking to make it a third one. Let's go ahead and try and talk to Nick if we can. Let's see if we can find him in the chat and drag him on up here. Nick, he's way the hell down here. Nick Miller got a copy in the booth?
No.
Oops. All right, well, we're going to try anyway. I'm just going to talk to a ghost. Two-time winner here at Daytona. Two-time series champ. What are we looking to do tonight? Are we looking to stay in the back, stay out of trouble? Or are we looking to be the trouble?
Right now, I'm trying to figure out how my gas pedal is not at 100%. And then on top of that, at 9 o'clock, I have a fantasy draft. So are we doing a bit of multitasking here? So it probably sounds like I'm causing trouble.
Yeah, you were. No, that's definitely you causing trouble, Nick.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all right.
it's just new year, same me.
There you go, classic. Nick Miller, dude, appreciate you. Good luck to you.
Running the safety culture paint team.
Thank you.
There you go. Safety, of course, super important to Nick Miller. All right, dude. Good luck to you, man. We'll see you here in a little bit.
I'll hopefully not too soon.
Yeah, no,
Don't
not
be
in the infield care
in the
center.
ambulance.
Maybe Victory
Yeah, that'd
Lane.
be bad.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Nick Miller. I think I put him in the right spot. New thing for the Season 6. I am just going to put you wherever the hell I want to in the chat. Innocent Life Foundation, hello. Season 6, let's go indeed. I'm super ready to get this started. We'll be talking with Nick here shortly. From the Innocent
Coming
Life
back green here,
Foundation.
World Center Racing. Hopefully get a couple more than 2 laps. Let's get it done.
We'll see. Hello, sentient trash. Green flag in the air. Daytona.
It's Daytona, baby.
That's Daytona, babe.
Heading off into turn 1, and your pick's looking like just ahead of mine there. Arms leads, but got quite the train of cars following him there on that bottom line. Outside line did not get set up the way they needed to on that restart.
Restart was kind of all over the place. I believe that is Taylor Nadeau.
Nadeau shipped to the bottom line.
That's Nadeau. Would be lawnmower simming in most cases, but right now he is not. There's a spot
That
for your
John
bingo
Deere
cards.
equipment mowing the
Oh,
infield
around
grass
goes the
down.
22. Big wreck. Big wreck. More cars wrecking. Goodness. Dombrowski almost caught up in it again.
Tons of cars involved there. Started right about where the fuel-saving cars were. Those drivers that were going to be patient. Like you mentioned, the 22, we got Kyle Shelton involved, Alex Eskrich involved, the 67 of Bubba Darrell. You know, that's one of their only race cars they put together for a one-time effort. He's involved. That car's heavily damaged.
Welcome to hour 1 of 11 hours of continuous coverage of our Daytona race. I did not know it was an enduro race, but here we are. The 22 and the 90, you see him right there. And then around he goes, and then mayhem ensues. Jaron Valley, next up driver, new here. Up into Eskridge, bang, catches the 67 of Bubba Darrell. And he looks like he's smothered, covered, chopped, and capped as he's heading back toward the wall. And this is gonna suck. Whack. Cars
Heavy
behind him still
impact.
spinning. Yeah, the 22, Dombrowski barely missing. Casey Herring gets around, next up champion. Everything seems to be okay, but I mean, just what are we doing? I'm trying to get to. There we go. Thankfully,
Everyone's struggling.
Oh,
for a
good
ride.
lord!
Whoa, huge saves.
Yeah, Dombrowski.
Whoa, look at the
just,
two.
Herring and Dombrowski, hopefully wearing their brown driver suits, so it's not too apparent. How do you know a joke is a dad
If
joke?
not, they'll be
Tom
coming down
Wetmore.
pit road for more than tires and fuel. How?
It's apparent. All right,
Haha.
here we go. Arms, Quisenberry, Goodwin, up to P3, Nippers, Weingard, Richie, Cootie, Dombrowski. You obviously see there is indeed a strategy with the crew racing drivers. I see some strategery down here in the crew racing camp. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
Want to come down here and wish to God that Dombrowski's wearing his brown driver suit tonight.
Well, you are correct.
Good deal. All
I
right,
am.
fantastic.
But the funny thing is, it wasn't originally brown, but it is now.
Yep. Also, your numbers still wrong. So we're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, okay. Well, they look fine for me. So
Are they green?
Speaking of wrong numbers,
not sure what to
Jake?
tell you.
Jake Nippers in the 6. Which
check
is-
that rear bumper though.
Yeah, check that rear bumper there, bud.
There was an issue in the shop with the wrap. Apparently, not sure who's responsible for those, but there may or may not be a
Cost
one on
cutting.
the back.
Cost cutting. Yeah.
It's cost
It's
cutting.
last year's
Oh,
bumper.
Yeah, somebody, exactly. Yeah, that was last year's bumper. We actually ran that in testing, and forgot to change it before the duels. Oops.
Sounds like an unfair advantage to the crew racing
Well,
team.
I don't know who the guy who runs that
Hard to
damn
be
team
better.
is, but he is a mess. I don't know. But anyway, I was coming down here to wish you luck, but I take it back now. Hope you guys go belly up by week 6.
Sorry, it's out of your pocket.
Guaranteed.
I'm fine with that.
Fair enough. See you guys in a bit. Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Love you, mean it. They didn't say it back. All right, whatever. No big deal. They never
meant
say
it. They stayed with their
but they
hearts.
never say it back, and that's important. But there they are, not pitting. Christopher Pinder up to 11th. Real racing champion, Christopher Pinder.
So as we're coming here with one to go, I got to ask you, Richard, race strategy here. We've seen a couple guys come down, try to have the fuel it takes to get to this first stage. Then we've had drivers like Randy Arms stay out, lead the race, get the laps led, and stay out of the carnage. If you're racing in this race, are you saving fuel where you know you can make it? Or are you staying out of the carnage that could destroy your race car?
Average cautions over the history of Cup Series races here at Daytona, 2 to 4. We'll be honest with you, longer run is going to benefit. The average laps led by the winners are 20 to about 40 laps led. So a green flag run will help. Will fuel run help? Will it make for boring racing? But we'll see here if they go 3/4 throttle back to the green flag.
Yeah, I think we'll absolutely have to see it. You know, a guy like Randy's going to have to keep that throttle pin, keep these cars behind him. This inside lane has been dominant. We've seen it in NIS these last couple weeks. But what we haven't seen is these drivers draft with each other. We saw them in the duels race for a little bit, get used to each other, but now they're going to do it for 250 miles, and in the first 10 miles, we've seen 2 cautions.
2 cautions in no time, and hopefully they got the jitters out. Everyone's got those greasy pizza roll fingers dried off, and we can get ourselves back to green flag racing here in season 6, just kicking off here. Season 6 charity donations are insane. Our goal has been extended. Go over to raceaffinity.com/donate and give today. $1, $5 doesn't matter. What matters is giving to the Innocent Life Foundation, our season 6 charity partner. Glad to be back with them. And we have already exceeded our season 6 goal, so we made a new one. Let's go get that one. Thank you. The mission
We're
you
chasing
guys
new
do
goals,
is
always climbing as we come down, going green flag racing through the tri-oval. Randy Arms takes off, and we're back at a green.
It is horrible seeing that KU. I'm just kidding. Quisenberry, he knows I just do not care about KU. But I lived in Missouri for too long, so I just too many Jayhawk fans. And do they have a football team, or is that like a?
They do, but they have a race team right now with the
What a segue! This guy's done this before.
Interesting strategy there. You saw Randy jump up, pick up a couple cars, then drop back to the bottom, kind of left Weingart hanging, give the outside line a chance.
Tiger all the way to the back in that backmarker Reality 1 group. Toyota. Lots of pushing here, jockeying for position, the 51 and the 12 of Falovich. A great showing in the duels, nothing to show for it there. Gold rims on the 11 look awful. I love when they ask me to paint. Yeah, I get to paint them stuff, and then they go, "Hey, can I ruin it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Hey, you know that do it. What if I undid all of that?
Hey, man, that looks cool. Can I ruin that? Absolutely, brother. You get it. There's the field. Good to be back here, man. Season 6. Nipperish to the front off the bumper of Richie. I believe that's the Kevin version.
That is the Kevin flavor. Sitting there, it's funny. You saw the 6-car drop down in Nipperish. All of a sudden, the 77 left high and dry with Luis Rios involved early in that accident, sliding across the grass, but no damage. He's shoving Richie across, leading that outside line.
And Rios, another one of those new faces in a new place. That is Luis Rios in the Affinity Cup Series. Right now driving in P7. Sparks all over the place.
Yeah, one of 9 rookies there. Good to see a good debut out of Mr. Rios there. As that outside line gains the momentum coming down the backstretch as the 6 and the 8 of Randy Arms get a little bit separated.
Back to Nick Miller back here in 21st position. Tiller back here. Falovich, Pendergrass, Skirbo, Bubba Darrell, Republic.
I'm surprised that car was able to maintain the draft. A lot of front end damage on that 67 car, but he's pushing up on the high side.
Quite a bit nicked up. You see it. Damage abound as he smashed the wall. All good so far. Nothing doing.
We're running too wide, and seeing these guys start to level out, get some patience. We saw Fennel there back in that Bass Pro Shop car, about half a car length off the car in front of him, car behind him, half a car back. These guys are starting to manage their pace, manage themselves, get to a stage, earn some points, not tear up their race car.
No need to hurry. We're gonna get there eventually. No need. And that's what's important. Let's get all these, everyone anticipating getting back to racing. So obviously super important to make a statement here on your first night back officially, as the duels were last week. But let's be honest, man. That's a 30-lap sprint fun run. This is 100 laps around Daytona.
Internacional.
Super Speedway.
You know, I mentioned these guys calming down, but check out Alex Shearer right there. Giving a shove there on the outside line, pushing that 10 of Luis Rios in Supercube car, trying to get up front as Kevin Ritchie has taken the lead. That outside lane is coming.
And then, you see see Boley getting a little wiggle. Barrows up there as well. Next up, driver up to the Cup Series. Tennell, like you said, now up to ninth.
Love seeing these guys up here on this outside line trying to make it work. You notice those guys are a little bit closer, a little bit more well organized. Those guys at the bottom leaving just a little bit too much room. It's going to shuffle them back track positions. And the thing about Daytona is when you lose a lane, or when you lose a position, you also lose a row. And when you lose a row, it's like you losing 2 positions at a time. Every position you go back.
And then you got a lot of the biggest issues is the downforce decreasing, that aero push, making those cars that are behind looser. And so you just got Kevin. I bet Kevin feels great. Luis is racing, right? But right behind them, all that dirty air, reducing that front end downforce. So I mean, you know, that's what happens when you run directly behind a car at 200 mile an hour.
No, you said it best. And the other thing is you're also not going to get that airflow to that radiator, that precious water temp as it slowly climbs to 260, 270. You're not sweating. Your car's not sweating. But when we see 290 and 300 later in this race as these guys shove each other, we could have a blown engine. We could have a car overheat, blow up, cause massive issues with this pack. So these guys not only need to watch the aero wash, they also need to watch the water temps. As these cars climb in temperature, we could have an issue here, especially as we push towards the stage.
Nippers behind Richie right now, pushing the 16 laps ticked away here.
We're still 2x2 throughout the field. This outside line has made a little bit of gain. Kind of throughout, we saw that first 10 laps slowly but surely. But as you see now, that 10 car, Luis Rios, just not quite seeing the pace that he needs to see out of that line behind him to shove him along the outside lane. He's back now.
Super spaced out now. Chat, absolutely. Anything other than stock wheels? No thanks. Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here.
Big wiggle there out of the Canada Run Fruit Splash car.
Yeah, buddy.
Man, we had Kevin Boley give the 92 a shove there, and we almost had ourselves another one of those yellows tonight as they get a little bit out of line, serpentining on the outside, trying to find some space, trying to find some air.
Air is important. That John Deere car there in the 98. Looking real good. But it is weird seeing Casey Brown in that John Deere car. Whoop. Down comes Tillman across the nose of the number 1 and Nick Miller. French is going to try and fill that gap on the top side. Miller trying to get back up. He will be shuffled 3 wide in the middle now. And maybe lose some room here as Cootie's going to let him in. No harm, no foul.
Nick Miller could have been a first-round draft pick tonight with his success here at Daytona and in this series, but it seems like he might be a little bit more focused on his draft later tonight. Stuck in the middle 3 wide right there. Glad he was able to get down and get himself out of harm's way.
Yeah, he's hoping to snag what would be a premier player. Speaking of premier players, let's talk about him. Winner of the duel, Randy Arms, my pick to win. Right now, currently P3. Goodwin behind him, Quisenberry as well. Nippers and Kevin Ritchie up front. He's probably due for, I'm going to give a number here, about 3 wins this season. 3 wins. Minimum, bro.
I love that. Does it start here at Daytona tonight?
It could, man, it could. Segways abound here.
No, I mean, as these guys are now 3 wide here, granted, starting to fall apart a little bit. You see Alex Shearer leading that middle line. That's going to get a little bit spicy as they force him up. Boy, almost forced the car there into the wall there.
I will tell you, there's nothing scarier than seeing all 3 of the CMS drivers within shouting distance of each other. And right now, that's exactly what we've got. As we have Pendergrass, and Brandon French. I've always told him, if you see a paint that you painted, run. They are not your friend. Oh, man. I feel terrible.
And they're all trying to make ground on that outside, which is starting to It seems like it fades, kind of loses momentum. Then you see now, led by the 19 there of Kevin Boley, it's starting to gain some momentum again with Barrows right behind him after almost getting shoved into the fence. I don't think he lifted since he got shoved in the fence, right all over the bumper, the 19 with Drew Jua right behind him.
Jua, we haven't really talked about him. A ton of wins last season. Didn't get a chance to finish off with the championship, but this year's going to be different. Tiltify car of Drew Jua.
New sponsor on board that car, looking great as they're trying to push that outside line. But man, they're going to need a little bit more additional help as you have Randy Arms, Nipperus, and Richie just shoving through the trioval here, dragging that inside line along almost by force.
We're watching with these amazing drone shots brought to you by Doritos. Overhead, you'll see the runs come and go. Cars having to back off. In the grass sparking. Probably could hit the wall about 1,000 times already. Big
So as you jump up front, one thing I noticed a little bit, I was just about to mention that, like, you have that back bumper knocked off early, but then you notice how Randy's hanging out about car length, 2 car lengths back. He's one of the only cars that didn't pit. Is he the man that needs to lay off, save some of that fuel with more than half the field behind him, full of that Sunoco racing fuel, good to go? Is he just trying to save and hold and think he can get the same pit strategy as some of these guys as we run green here?
As many seasons as we've been together and as many races as I've watched here at Daytona, I think the only key is just survive. Get to a spot where you can feel comfortable, where no one's going to touch you. It's like parking a brand new car in a Walmart parking lot. I'm not parking in the first 3 rows. Ain't happening. It ain't parking near a cart return. Not happening.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Spot. And I think the front is where he needs to be, obviously, but where is best suited right now. Maybe saving a little bit of fuel, possibly, but I don't see why any of these guys need to save it right now. Let's go ahead and send it. Let's go ahead and send her.
Click the stamp and send it. Car slightly touching the wall on the outside there, back behind the green and black number 56, but we're all good to go.
Yeah.
But what's really coming, this outside line with a head of steam, man, that Nathan Barrows car is on a roll with Drew Jua right behind him.
Speedways. Can he finish? Won a ton of Battlegrounds races recently. I believe a champion of Super Saturdays. Can he get it done here in the league race? We will see. Bubba Darrell back up to 7th. That high side really coming in crucial for a lot of drivers. You see Weingart falling back to 18th, now 17th. And we got
a bunch of cars coming into pit road, led by Kevin Ritchie. You got Randy Arms coming in behind him. Your favorite Rock Chalk Jayhawks right behind him.
There they are. Though you'll see him in the timing tower is a little bit grayed out. Sorry, I am parched. Drivers now coming down pit road. Tiller, Quisenberry, Ritchie, Brown, and Arms. That is a team
Like
call
fuel
right
only
there.
for these drivers. Trying to save some time there on pit road.
Fuel only indeed. They are all off together.
And they're not going to be the only ones. A lot of calls on driver radio right now. Teams screaming at them, hey, get on pit road. Let's try to get some fuel in this thing. You're going to see a few cars peel off here, led by Jake Nipperus.
Nipperus Crew Racing is inbound. Weingart and Dombrowski heading down.
That's a good chunk of cars to be pitting with there. A lot of fast race cars.
Get some Sunoco fuel in that vehicular and get on back on the road. I believe this will be a fuel-only stop as we got Barrows still leading the single-file pack here.
You know what's interesting is that's going to benefit that team a lot there. Ooh, as the 19 gets shown, we got a wreck in the back.
Skirbo!
Oh! Car turned into the inside,
Herring!
the outside wall. Huge accident. Didn't see him wrecking in front of him.
Oh, no. Schwartz involved. Skirbo and Casey Herring. Caution is out.
And you see a big check up there. Everyone tries to lift. Oh. It all started with Brandon French and Tony Skirbo back there on the backstretch coming into 3.
Oh boy. Let's see here
Right
if I
there,
can-
that lap 25 accident there, that Vice Golf car of Tony Skirbo. Checking up as the line is checking up in front of him.
Where in the world is this dang clip? Alright, let's watch this. We see here. Where is
The 59
Skirbo?
car is going to be the one, just a few cars in front
Yep,
of here.
there you go.
Oh, it just gets clobbered by the 2.
Alright. There we go. Let's back it. There we go. All these. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. That's the angle I wanted right there. Perfect. Alright. Here comes the big bump. Sandwiched. Squish. Boom. Skirbo into the wall. And then right back down in front of Casey freaking Herring. Bam. Schwartz comes in. Whack. And there you
2
go.
massive impacts right there.
Huge. Is this Disney Plus? How are doing? No. Race Affinity Plus, the home for the Cup and Next Up series. What a mess. We got calamity. French just.
And you know what was going on there? That the side draft on the 19 there checked up everyone behind him, and you were gonna accordion eventually. Unfortunately, the 59 Skirbo turned on the outside wall, takes the brunt of it, but he's not the only one.
I mean, was this too hard of a push? You know what I mean? Like, was this? I mean, we're all coming. He's trying to get up back into the leaders here, and just Chira wasn't really going. You know, and he just.
Yeah, yep. You nailed it. I mean, you know, they're all Chira's trying to check up. You have Skirbo trying to check up, and these cars are all stuffed up underneath each other. There was nothing. French couldn't see a thing, and unfortunately got in the 59. It's going to likely end the 59's day. You have Jonathan Schwartz already on pit road, likely out of this one.
Yep, Schwartz.
And Casey Herring also out of the race. Tough blow for those 3 cars.
Casey Herring having a rough go. Season 3 champion of Next Step. But here we are. We got Eskridge, Schwartz, Skirbo on pit road, getting all sorts of damage repaired. Under caution here. Unfortunate for a lot of the drivers here, but everyone's good to go here.
You know, the driver that's going to benefit more than anybody is Luis Rios and Jake Nippers. Those guys pitted early. They were able to get off pit road, stay on the lead lap, and with some of the guys who were making a push, like you had a Barrows, you had the 67 car, you had Cootie. Those guys all had to come down pit road, get Sunoco Racing Fuel trapped in the back yet again.
Crew Racing, Strat Call, A+. There you go. Let's pit and hope to God someone wrecks. They did.
Absolutely. Love that early pit call. Everyone who pitted early, guys like James Goodwin, Dombrowski, Weingard, all here in the top 10, back where they were to start with. Maybe wouldn't have been there without a timely caution that helped them a ton.
There you go. IT in the chat. Shout out to Baby Daddy Smoke. If you squint, you'll see him way back there. If you're on a 50-inch monitor and I'm streaming in 4K, just squint. I'm just kidding. He's right here. Camera angle's winning. There he is. Shiny numbers and all. Looking good. Looking good, homie. Crew Racing up front. I like it. I like it a lot. Nick Miller up there. P6. 7 Jawa. Demian 8.
By the way, I was wrong about that car, Luis Rios. He ended up having himself some trouble. He was the first car that was going to be one lap down, got trapped behind the pace car. He's waving himself around. That's going to put the front row with James Goodwin, my pick, and Jake Nippers there on the front row. So back to the front they go.
And just as we said, Randy Arms back here, the 21st. P67.
And remember, right, Richard, like, hey, lap 28, tons of time left. We saw how quick guys like Barrows were able to jump up to the front with the right help on the outside lane. That doesn't worry me at all about a guy like Randy Arms. The thing that worries me is the accident that happens in front of him.
There you go.
So,
Exactly.
how can he get back up here out of the mayhem cleanly in that Amico Chevrolet?
Hopefully going to pull it off. We got Casey Brown behind him. Zach Scare just below. Quisenberry Tiller up front. I got to readjust my eyes to these new schemes here and there. I know we got some new ones out there. They look good, everybody. We'll be talking to Nick Kelly from Innocent Lives Foundation coming up here soon. We are going back to green flag action. Hopefully the last time until the stage break, which is lap green flag. Here we go.
Jump out of James Goodwin. He's got the help of Weingard and the king of draft, both NFL and Daytona Jake Miller behind him. All drafts, all draft types.
Right now in DraftKings, Nick Miller is a plus 250. Milano, thanks for the follow. Come on in, IT with the follow. Thank you guys so much for finding us.
Front six all lined up, and in the back we have Alex Shearer got trapped on the outside, but one car on the apron letting the whole pack go by. That's the 66.
66. I believe that's that case. Is that case? We'll let the field come on by.
I don't know if he's damaged or if he senses trouble, but both could be the case tonight.
Trouble there will be, indeed. Daytona 250 presented by Black Dirt Racing Co. Shout out to Timberland and the boys for the rebrand, sponsoring this Daytona race. Wednesday night, it's our turn. The Next Up Series returns to Daytona. Tom Wetmore and company look to win here on Wednesday. I'm interested to see how it all works out. Considering ARCA car package on drafting speedways, bad.
I'd love to be watching this race tonight and taking a few notes from what we should do on Wednesday for the Next Up boys, but totally different. Yeah, no touch, that's for sure.
The gap that Goodwin and Nippers have right now, that for everybody.
Absolutely.
Make some room
Have
for
Drew
the Lord.
Joie. The way Drew Joie just pushed Nathan Barrows to the lead, not going to work in the ARCA cars, that's for sure.
Sam Denny glued to the back of that Summer's Eve 17 of Chris Pinder. Don't do that, or your race is over. The hitboxes on those ARCA cars, brutal. So Super Speedway action Wednesday, 8:30, 7:30 Central. It's going to be real bad. Real snaky outside. That's right. That's a real thing.
Funny, you see that snake and you watch those cars instantly drop back 2, 3, 4, 5 rows now. That 17 car came across the line in 6th place despite being the first car on the outside line. They need to get their stuff organized or they're going to continue to fall back off this Nathan Barrows Drew Joie train on the inside. Right now, Joie, Goodwin, Nippers lined up on the inside supporting guys like Drew and Nathan. It's going to be really tough for this outside line to compete as you see the 21 push and that 17 deep into 3. Your drivers on the radio complaining about engine temp already. Guys like Sam Demian, he says, man, I'm trying to push you. But when that number says 300 on the dash, I can't risk it for you on lap 33.
Yeah, hot tamales everywhere. There's the gap information. We'll split the timing tower. Nathan Barrows up to P1, Joie, Goodwin, Nippers, Pinder. Your top 5, Weingard on the bottom. Austin with Dombrowski. Shout out. Good racing. 33 of 100.
That means coming to this, we are a third of the way through this race, Richard, which feels like it's gone, like it's flown by, but usual suspects up front with Joie and Barrows. Look at those guys tandem drafting, trying to snake their way away from the field. But again, we still need to talk about fuel mileage, only 21 laps of fuel in this tank. I don't think those guys up front are saving. They're allowing the guys behind them to do just that as we're starting to line out 3 wide in the back, right around 15th.
Just about a second and a half from first to last, separating all these drivers. So as long as you can stay within that pole of the draft, I feel like you're going to be okay. But then you got that group in the back there, Skirbo.
Yeah, you see one car stuck in the middle. Maybe that's William Bowman and that psychedelic paint scheme. He's in between Randy Arms and the 23 and Ryan Tiller. And he's going to force himself down into the bottom line last minute, but be able to get himself out of the second over. He just lost 10 positions easy.
That's what happens. You get just one false move, or you just get out of shape when someone sees a hole. With these guys, they will fill it. Pause. We have pause for station identification. Promotional consideration. Paid for by big time racing guys here. You see them. Lap 35 of 100. Stage break imminent. It will come when the promoter. It is time. They are 3 wide back here. Nonsense. What are we doing?
All started with a really big block by the 67 there. That car's already wadded up. He knows they're going to have to go back to the chassis shop.
Bubba, Casey Brown.
Oh, and we are into the wall. Big coming out of the exit of the tri-oval.
It is a mess. That is the 01. That is Casey Brown. That is Zach Scare missing it. That is a ton of cars. That is William Bowman in the fence. Brandon French involved.
A lot of hurt cars there.
Lots of hurt cars. Ugh.
It all started Kevin Ritchie trying to get it all there, coming to what should be the stage break. Gets into Brandon French just a little bit on the left rear. If we go back on that 12 car or the 88 coming into the tri-oval, I think you'll see it really well.
There we go. Okay. See if we can find a better angle here. Possibly this one. There we go. All right. We're going to back it up on here. We're going to just... Yep. There you saw it right there. I mean, it was so minimal, but just enough. Watch the run. The 77 taps the 88 and just gets sandwiched in between them, and then off we go.
And kind of like the accident we saw with Brandon earlier where he got up underneath a car, underneath Skirbo in an earlier accident. Opposite end of that here, he checked up to avoid the 19 in front of him, and unfortunately Kevin Ritchie never saw it and allowed those cars to make contact. And I think the guy that got the worst of it there, that's going to be the number 01. They've got him get turned head on to the fence there, right on where Randy was.
Arms, nowhere to go.
Tough blow for your pick there.
Looks
like that left front's hurt. Hard impact from William Bowman. Just getting sent to the back 3 wide. He's going to have a case of the what ifs. What if I didn't get stuck in the middle there where I get put in this position?
Unbelievable.
Alex Shearer involved. French again involved.
Unreal. Caution is out. And is that the stage break?
It's a wonderful question. What to deviate to race control?
Where the hell? Hold on. Hey, quick question. Stage break is
Already over.
Thank you. Already over. All right, cool. Stage break already over with.
You know, an interesting one if you want to go back to that replay and take a look at Dylan there. Dylan in that 12 car is one of the first cars involved in that accident.
Yep.
And if you look closely at him, never makes contact with another car or the wall. What an incredible save out of that 12 car.
I don't know about that. Let's go back and watch that. As you can see here, the 88 kills him, throws him into the outside wall, and then just lawnmowers him. He didn't hit the inside wall, but he smashed the outside wall. Dylan Falovich, damage abound. Nick Kelly, welcome aboard, sir.
How are we, fellas? How we doing?
We are great, dude. I wish I had your graphic up, and I don't, because I was in a rush today. Let's talk about it. We've already exceeded our original goal for Season 6, and now we have even elevated the ceiling further with a new goal.
I heard there was a Dono Mania.
Dono Mania, brother. That's right, brother.
Oh yeah, there it is. Perfect. Yeah, and also I heard I had a top 10 finish somehow as an AI car.
You did. You indeed did. We made you into a AI driver in the first lobby, and you did indeed finish in the top 10. Let's talk about the mission for Innocent Lives Foundation.
Yeah.
You guys have been around for just a little over about 10 years or so.
So 7 years
Yep.
we've been around. We started in the information security space, and we've kind of expanded out. We are, as I say at the top of every hour when I'm streaming, we are a non-vigilante organization that identifies anonymous online child predators. We also develop and deliver specialized training for law enforcement, and then we provide resources for parents, teachers, and guardians, just in general, to help keep kids safe. So.
Which as a parent, I have a 9-year-old who plays video games, and the one thing on my mind constantly is his safety, and wanting to play Among Us or Roblox or Fortnite. But the danger is so much higher now than it was when we were younger. Tell me a little bit about the mission you guys have been up to here in the past about 5 years or so.
Yeah, so what we do is we go scour both the clear web and the dark web, and we identify these individuals who are already communicating and find out what they're sharing, and we summarize all that up and all of their networking, all of their contact information, everything that we can have, and then our finish line is we submit that to law enforcement. So if law enforcement accepts one of our cases, then that is a win for us, and all that work is done by our PIT, our predator identification team, and they have just passed 577 cases accepted by law enforcement.
Unbelievable. And the investigations outnumber that by, I'm sure, tenfold.
Yeah, they don't all get accepted sometimes, and even if they do get accepted, we have no say into whether the DA prosecutes or anything like that. But the reason that's important is like one case is not one victim. On average, we find that like one offender will affect, usually the average is between 4 and 6 victims, but a serial predator can actually impact up to 450.
Which is unbelievable. And you can find a lot of those stats. Let everyone know where we can find more information on that, Nick, as we go back to Green Flag Racing.
Yeah, it's innocentlivesfoundation.org. We have an annual impact report that's up there. We have all of our resources. Go look at the blog, everything up there in terms of parent safety, how to talk to your kids. We have Robin Dreek, who's a behavior scientist who generated that for us, and he has a framework. And we're just so thankful for everything that Affinity does with us. And also, hey, love you back, because I know your other guys didn't say that. So I
know. Shame on them, right? I say it to them, and I mean it every time, and I didn't get it. I also left the Discord channel way too fast. They didn't even have a chance to. No, Nick, thank you so much for joining us. I will have you back in this booth more this season, as well as we continue to reach our new goal. raceaffinity.com/donate, innocentlifefoundation.org.
Yes.
And all the information is there. Nick Kelly, thank you so much for joining us, bud. We will see you here soon, and thank you, and keep fighting, brother.
All right, let's go, racers. Thank you so much.
Man. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick Kelly, awesome. InnocentLifeFoundation.org. All the information, raceaffinity.com. Click that donate button. $1, $5, doesn't matter. You know the mission. You heard it. Bigger than all of us, and it takes a whole team. So there you go, InnocentLifeFoundation.org. Back to Green Flag Racing. Barrows, Juwah, Goodwin, Pinder up front.
Yeah, and it's absolutely great to hear from Nick. I mean, all 35 of these drivers out here tonight racing for an incredible cause. And for those of you in chat, obviously you heard the link. It's that .org link. Go ahead and jump in, donate, and enjoy the beautiful racing that we're here to benefit, support a great cause on a Monday night.
Racing with Purpose, Affinity Racing, Cup Series action live from Daytona, brought to you by the Black Dirt Racing Co. Shout out to Tinlin and the boys over there with their rebrand and supporting the series and sponsoring this race. You can sponsor as well. You can head on over to our league Discord and get all that information. Right now, you can sponsor 1 race, 2 races, 3 races.
Sure, would you mind going live? That way I can see that beautiful number 51 at Tenold. He's leading that outside line right now. We talked about them continuously falling back a little bit, but he's got the support of Ryan Tiller behind him, and I think Ryan Tiller and, again, your favorite paint scheme, that 75 Jayhawks machine, they're making some ground up. He was 6 rows back just 2 corners ago, and now he's fighting James Goodwin for 3rd, and they're not stopping here as they come into the tri-oval.
Let's talk about it. I don't care about Kansas. I don't even think they're a real place. But what I do know is that I'm an LSU Tiger fan. Congratulations to Lee Corso on what was an incredible career. College game day is such a huge part of my life. And to see him go out 6-0 on his final picks, and one of those picks was LSU over Clemson. So shout out to Lee Corso for a fantastic, incredible career, and wishing him the best. But yeah, Kansas isn't real. Go Tigers. I hope all your teams won. In chat, let us know who you were rooting for, so we can ridicule you and talk about how bad your unranked team is. Speaking of unranked teams, didn't Florida State beat Alabama?
Can I get a roll tide of sadness?
Can I get a roll tide roll down the bowl and around the hole, baby? Let's go.
I'm gonna need an update from Vex Techie down there in chat. I see he's watching, big UNC Tar Heels fan. Would love to see how their new head coach is performing as they're playing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. My getting mollywopped is the quote. So, oof.
Oh no.
Oh no. Do they not have that Tim Brady guy or whatever his name was?
They got his boss. That's about it.
17-7, 2:38 remaining. Quarter 2 here. We're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with more football. No, I'm just kidding.
Woof.
Yeah, no. I love it. The guy goes, you know, great play there. Fantastic play. Off schedule, made it work. Fantastic.
I can tell the accent you're trying to lean into right now, and I'm glad you're not going all the way there just yet.
No, it's just brain dead athlete. You know, great, just fantastic play call there. Really getting the ball down the field. Just like, wow, that added all of the goodness to it. That couldn't have done without that. Big bump by Tenold in the middle of the corner to Jawah. The trust it takes for somebody to mollywop the back end of a car in the middle of a corner at 190 miles an hour.
Oh, we saw that early damage to a guy like Jake Nippers in the rear end. All it takes is a side dish of net code, and you can damage the rear bumper of these cars. As we're 3 wide, ooh, big block into the inside lane by Ryan Tiller right there. You saw it stacked up that inside lane. And we're 3 wide, racing just outside the top 10.
Falovich got his Daytona stripe there.
Big checkup on the inside. Gonna check up that inside line. Outside lane is rolling as they head in there. Jayhawks. John Deere trapped in the middle.
Rock chalk.
A new car leading that middle line. That Andrew Cootie, fresh up from next up. And he gets bailed on instantly.
Dual winner and pole sitter. Andrew Cootie. I broke my one rule last week when he won the duel. I always said he would never, ever, ever come back into the booth with me, and there he was. Unreal.
Hey.
Unreal.
Hey, winner's gonna win, you know?
Winner's gonna win, and I'm 70 new players will do that to you. Yeah, but it's Bill Belichick, right? Isn't that the thing? Isn't that the thing where you're supposed to be like, come on, guys. You guys are getting paid the same money as the pro players now. Come on. You know, on to Minnesota.
As we're back up front, Nathan Barrows leading, Drew Jewell right behind him. Andrew Tenold, though, third car bump drafting on the inside line. That's an interesting one to me. I love seeing Tenold up here. His aggressiveness, I think, will lead to a victory at a track like Daytona, especially if he could get some help later in this race. And we're not even halfway there as they go by a lap car there who was gracious enough to hang out on the outside.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, trying to do some mathing here because my producer isn't working right now. 10 laps away from about the end of a green flag pit cycle. So I would say about 55 to 58, you're going to see some. This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Race Affinity Broadcasting. Race Affinity would like to thank all of our fans for the support. We hope you enjoyed today's podcast.
Anyway, on this episode of Law & Order SVU.
In the criminal justice system. No. Let's actually do it. More heinous. Never mind. Anyway, Barrows
So
to the lead.
I'm going to do some math for you. You mentioned the math isn't math, and Richard, one of the things that isn't math for me as we come in here to the halfway, we talked about drivers being able to make it 21-ish laps if they're holding it wide open.
Last pit 37.
And we talked about pitting 56, 58. Ideally, you want to split this race 60, 80, and go to the end. If you're talking 56 to 58, Richard, you're telling me we have to save somewhere between 2, 4, maybe 5 laps of fuel on a 2.5-mile racetrack?
Yeah. Oops.
For a guy like Barrows that's leading, a guy like Juwah that's shoving him, and a guy like Tennell that's riding in third bump drafting, that's going to be really difficult for those 3 drivers. But man, if I'm a guy in the back, look at a James Goodwin, look at that 17 car, those guys that are up front in track position out of harm's way, but also being able to save fuel. Are they in the right position to win that race tonight, potentially on fuel mileage? Because we're talking almost 50 laps to go.
Input's not working perfect. There we go. Dombrowski, you see, doing 194 here. You see Barrows doing 191. Tennell,
You see him pass on the outside, Tennell
188,
making him
190,
move.
but he's going to lose all momentum and has absolutely no help unless Quisenberry and Co can get to him, and they're coming in a hurry. Pause.
Oh my gosh. And they dump him, sending Tennell to the middle.
See ya. Unreal.
A man who brought that outside line to the promised land, giving them the draft to catch up there, they leave him behind high and dry.
Okay, let me get my Christmas card list and edit it. All right.
Tennell
Quisenberry,
has removed
Cootie,
75 of Quisenberry.
Quisenberry, Cootie, Bubba, off the list.
Wasn't Cootie in 93rd position like just 2 laps ago until this outside line formed?
Pretty sure.
And look who's got the help behind him. The dumpster fire trash can of a car, the 67. That car's been beat to hell, and it's out on the outside line.
Smothered,
Third car, shoving
covered,
Cootie.
chopped and capped. That Waffle
I've seen that
House
car get
machine.
chunked and junked, I tell you.
The other thing is running on Casa de waffle sauce right now.
Woof.
Yep. Oh God. There's not enough of that to taste anything.
It may be
Yeah.
a Waffle House, but he's having a Waffle Home right there, third in
Mother
line
of
behind
God.
Cootie.
Good Lord. That one was so wet, dude. Oh, God. Get off me. Oh, touched it. Gross. 53 laps ticked away here. Halfway, already losing our mind. This is why we don't do road courses either. This is why. This is why we don't do them.
Shoving out too wide. Interesting there. That junked car, the 67, pulled out, and it was like a sail in the wind. He pulled back in line as fast as he could, but it stranded the brown John Deere machine out on the outside 3 wide.
Casey Brown is just, you know what? You guys go ahead. Oh,
we got a
Pendergrass!
huge accident back there.
It was just one car.
And it looks like we're going to stay green, but Pendergrass, that car is killed. Huge impact to the right front coming into
Oh
3
my
there.
God! Right when I literally. Let's look at this again. Pendergrass.
You see Casey Brown up there all alone being safe, and then out of nowhere, Pendergrass.
Oh, it just the 22 just kind of listed lazily to the right.
The 22 looked like he just opened up the wheel a little bit. They'd probably been giving each other a ton of room back there, but maybe the 22 didn't see Casey Brown fade into the back, and
Oh no, that's Pendergrass. He killed Pendergrass.
Pendergrass is killed there as a result of that. See the right front fender blow off
Good Lord.
like dust in the wind.
Oh, like sands in the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Arms in the pit. French in the pit. Pendergrass in the pit. You see several cars in the pits because of damage. Skirbo Scare back there. Speaking of Kansas, leading the outside line. Oh my good Lord. There we go. Wow. Even chat's in on it now. Oh God. I love it. Keep the wordplay coming. I love me some segues. I love it. I wish there was a subway car. Fresh.
Just wait until you recognize there's a casino car leading and how many gambling references we're about to make in the next 45 laps.
Oh, it's risky being up there, man. No,
Yeah,
no!
It's,
Nippers
oh!
around! Caution! Single car, but he was in the middle of friggin' everybody. Kiger was in the way.
How did 100 cars not get involved in that as you see Nippers in the fence coming into the tri-oval? My gosh.
Woo! Okie dokie. Just around off the note. What in the hell happened there? Hold on a second.
Zach Case comes down to side draft 6 there, it looks like. And he comes over chat with the Alex Bowman quote, the poverty version, and says, I owe you a 6-pack. Not quite 7 million beers, but
yeah,
that BDRC car comes down. As you'll see here in the replays, we're on board with Jake Nippers. 66 comes down, and just a Scotia netcode turns into a tough evening for the 6 car of Jake Nippers.
Nippers scuffing up the bumper we reused from last season that has the 1 number on it. Oops. And then Kiger goes lawnmower simming.
Surprisingly, the 6 car still looks somewhat clean out of there. I don't think he's gonna lose the pace it takes to hold on to this draft here. But the one thing this changes, it changes fuel mileage. For
Changes
sure.
everything. It changes everything.
This changes everything.
56 on the nose, by the way. So
You can bet these cars are going to come down this time by here, get some fuel.
that puts us at about 75 to 79 ish. So still short.
But how short?
By
Are you
like,
willing to risk it? You
yeah.
have you like
Do
you have
you
yourself
short-
caution flag laps here.
Do you split not this stint but the next one? Like you have to split at least one of them to make it to the end. So I think that is the call for a lot of these drivers is what are you gonna split?
Oh, we saw 2 strategies in that first area, right? Barrows got trapped back in 20th, was able to make his way up, but he did not start out front. Could have been caught in some chaos because he didn't pit early. So, do you
Look
pit
at
early
these
here?
winners right here. Pinder, Goodwin, Weingard, Tenold up 13 spots. Bowman up 21 spots after getting hurt earlier. But Chris Pinder, 26 spots, 8.17 pit stop time. We got a lot of takers on fuel only and only some taking tires. Quisenberry 1, Demian, Kiger, or Demian Miller and Casey Brown. Unreal. Cool. Pinder up to the front. Let's talk about it, Pinder.
New leader.
New leader in the fastest pit crew this side of the Mississippi.
It's because we left the
8.17.
tires in the. We left the tires in the hauler. We don't need them.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would need tires unless you're Pendergrass and you're going this way and that way instead of going this way. Huge.
I'm in a little bit of a pickle though, Brandon. I got no teammates left.
Yeah, that's CMS, man. That's how it works. The C is for individual. So Chris Pinder, you know what? You don't need him. You won a championship without him anyway. Who cares? I'm just kidding. No, big night for you though. Up front, gonna figure out a strategy. Maybe get in with the crew guys possibly because they're all behind you. Dombrowski, Weingard, Goodwin.
Yeah,
They're all
actually,
there.
everyone's behind me.
Yeah. Well,
And
can I
what's
talk to you over here
interesting,
for a second, Pinder?
Pinder, you have a couple guys like Scare, Nipperus coming down, trying to get that extra bit of fuel. Pinder, how'd you get off pit road first, buddy?
I didn't take tires. I probably burnt less fuel than all of them because I was fourth in that line, just half, 3/4 throttle the whole time.
God bless you.
So the car
It's gonna
needed
be-
less fuel.
It's going to give you the lead here as we're coming to 1 to go. What does it take to win this thing tonight, buddy? You're in the catbird seat ahead of the chaos.
I could tell you what it takes to win this. And it's being the Northern Ontario Enduro Division champion. And that's what it's going to take to win this.
Damn right, Pinder. Good luck, buddy.
It looks like a Camry. It's just going to handle like a Crown Vic. Pinder to the lead.
Good luck, buddy. We'll see you in a bit.
See you, boys.
Chris effing Pinder, my hero, the GOAT.
The reverse Pinder view. You love to see it on a Monday night.
Right, I should have asked him, how much money do you have in a bank account? Next week I'm gonna get him. Next week I'll
I
get
didn't
him.
want to hijack your interview, so I
Dude,
didn't
you
want to go there,
should've.
but I thought about it.
Next time you definitely like last time you crapped your own pants. Next time, I'll get you, Pinder. Somebody watches this back. I'm gonna get you next time. Like we
Pepper's
said,
gonna be forewarned now.
Pinder up to the front. Goodwin, Weingard, Crew Racing up in the friggity front. Dombrowski, Bowman, Quisenberry, Tenold, Miller, Kiger, Sam Demian, your top 10 right now. As we're going to bring the field back around to a green flag. Over halfway, 2 stops minimum remaining.
I think you could stretch it here on 1. Now the thing
Possibly.
is, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who your friends are, because if it comes down to a green, white, checkered, does a guy like Pinder and Goodwin have the fuel as they come back here green in the tri-oval? They're going to be leading this pack. Let's see what happens.
We're about to find out. Green flag back in the air. Off we go.
Pinder with a big jump there, but with absolutely no help from the U.S. Army Toyota behind him.
That's what we needed right there. That's exactly what that went to. Exactly the plan that they wanted.
Ooh, we got a spinner on the back there. Single car accident.
Nippris and Bubba Darrell, I believe. That's 2 cars. And that caution is going to come out. No, green flag. Okay.
Yeah, we are still green here. Those cars wrecked below the racing line, not on the racing surface. And the interesting part, we are single file.
Look and see what happened here. Oh, just a stack up below the yellow line. Richie just beating and banging. Bubba got a bit of it. What a mess.
Involved.
Dang
2 or
old
3
mess.
cars there below the yellow line.
Can't do that, guys. That's not how you do it. Crew Racing and CMS partnership.
Ooh, we're going to have an accordion effect up here, up at the front. The inside line checked up pretty hard. Back up to Tenold and the 75 Jayhawks machine with Dombrowski right behind him. Be interested to see if an outside line's coming here, led by William Bowman, and now Tenold side drafting the 45.
Tenold out, and then there's the third lot. Oh, boy.
And now we're 3 wide, but no help behind Joie.
Joie's got Barrows, but Barrows is all over DeWode. So that's not helping things very much. Off of turn number 4, back down. The start-finish line here, 60 laps ticked away. We got Chris Pinder in the lead. Season 6, man. I'm glad we're here and appreciate you jumping in the booth. I was going to do this alone, but here we are.
I appreciate the invite. Happy to be here. Not normally free on Monday nights, but have the opportunity to come here, call Affinity, and be a part of the Innocent Lives Foundation and everything that they stand for. So it's super fun to be a part of this organization and see these guys racing 2 wide. I mentioned this outside lane coming, and Tenold has the help of William Bowman behind him, attacking Christopher Pinder. Pinder was a huge block.
Love it. And it was a safe block. Was it too late? Was able to quell the stench of the top line. You wonder if Tenold's going to make the move. And Bowman's trying to, but cannot. Carlo.
If I'm Pinder here, I get back to the bottom, and he does just that. Tenold follows him down, recognizing the safe choice as he jumps high. That aggressiveness from Tenold pays off. That 51 car jumping on the outside of Pinder. Pinder's going to need everything from James Goodwin here to hold the lead. Bowman right behind Tenold.
Look behind him. You got a huge gap. Weingard, Tenold jumps to the front of Pinder. But that gap from Weingard, Goodwin, and Quisenberry and Dombrowski back to Demian, that bottom line just doesn't have the momentum that the top line had there for a moment. Ooh, lordy, Pinder up in front of Bowman, clear.
And I was just about to say it. I saw Tenold drop to the bottom with the outside lane tucked up, and we are 3 wide for the lead. We got the 1 car underneath Bowman.
Nick
A
Miller.
rough push on Pinder there. They're 3 wide.
3 wide for third here. Nick Miller all over the bumper of Pinder. Nick Miller out of nowhere up. Just friggin' up, only up a spot from qualifying, but has been in the back and in the middle of the pack for the majority of the race. But here we go. 40 laps to go. Time to move.
It's funny. We talked about Tenold. They're making a move to the lead, and all of a sudden he's sitting in third, trapped to the bottom. He's going to try to jump to the high side there in front of the 12 car. And to do that, he's going to have to get around winner Nick Miller to do that.
What is the gap from Joie to Brown. It's like 6 to 8 car lengths separating Joie to Brown there on the top side. And now you got the bottom line starting to reform here. Demian, Kiger, I believe that's Rios and Scare back here. 22 of Kyle Shelton. Been a hell of a night for him, eventually.
I feel like you see two different mentalities here, right? You have cars kind of as back as far as William Bowman and the 99 Dombrowski forward, shoving, trying to get track position, stay ahead of the carnage. And then you have guys in the back saying, I can't wait for the carnage to happen.
Yep.
And
You just
find
hope
out,
you stay- you
find
hope
out
you're
who
on the
wins
bottom.
that one.
Pray to God you're going to be at the bottom when the carnage happens.
You know, another car that we talked about just a couple minutes ago, we talked about Nathan Barrows and Drew Joie pushing each other to the lead. How about a case of where are they now? Those cars, man, shuffled outside of the top 10 from cars that were going 3 wide for the lead. The closest Drew Joie back in 15th, Barrows behind him 17th. Make
Well,
the
we got
wall
a
go to the back.
While we got a chance here, we're going to crank it up for you boys and girls. Enjoy it. We're going to do some talky, yappy free. Crank it up here for you.
And we're back with Christopher Pinder still leading. Fresh from Pinderview leading this thing. We got a guy, Nick Miller, past Daytona winner, pushing him behind. And currently in his NFL draft right now, I wonder if he is in the 3rd or 4th round yet. I don't know, maybe winning Daytona, Richard? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure he might have gotten players. I don't know where he picked. I don't know what kind of draft.
I don't know about you. If I had a chance to win at Daytona, I hate to say it, putting that baby on auto. We'll figure it out when we get down to the quarterback side of the draft.
Yeah,
as
I
he's
don't
got
care.
James Goodwin pushing him behind him, but Tennell making another strong push to the outside with that car. Remember, he's the one that was involved in a wreck just 20 laps ago, shoving him on the outside with another car that was involved in the same accident, Alex Shearer, that Canada Dry car, the 3rd car in on the outside.
It is a Canada Dry car, isn't it? Tennell or Miller's name has been mentioned a ton. Yeah, he pays us real good money to do it. So.
Who's the sponsor of this race again?
Oh, Tennell, but Miller pays me to talk about him.
Love that.
Yep. And you can
I
pay me
accept
too.
bribes as well.
ThePapasmark@gmail.com on PayPal. Send me whatever you want. My car's screwed up.
I also accept bribes. You can reach me at innocentlivesfoundation.org.
Yep. Yeah. All the other money's went to that. Remember, you can watch ad-free right here on Affinity Racing Plus. Just hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have, that was a great, he is the promo master. I'm just gonna have him pre-tape all my promos, and I'm just gonna play those from now on. Fantastic. Yeah, just donate to my personal fund, the Innocent Life Foundation, at raceaffinity.com/donate. Season 6 underway. The cool thing is, we got a new dono goal. So let's go hit that one now. That's how easy it is. I bribe you in paint schemes. Oops, bro.
You know what I really like, though? I like back in the pack, you just had the camera on that 21 car of Sam Demian just a couple minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
Look just in front of him. Those cars that were pushing 3 wide earlier now hanging out in the back. Nathan Barrows, Drew Joie, Andrew Cootie.
Trying to make it one stop.
Those cars are trying to save fuel. not just for the race here, for maybe the green white checkered later, maybe to make it so they don't have to save at a later date. Interesting seeing those cars working together yet separately, while the lead pack, as we see right here, pushing as hard as they can be, right? You got two cars. You have Tennell now down to the inside fighting for the lead, fresh from the outside. The 12 car that was pushing him.
Look at
That damaged race car leading this line. It shows how hard these guys are pushing here. You got some of those guys able to push to the front earlier, sitting in the back. They're coming for the triumph right now. Almost, what, 1.5 seconds behind the leader? That's a lot when they're stacked up.
Bottom line getting jumbled up there. Now Falovich on the top side to the lead as they are clear, Chira and Falovich, but they are not leaving Kyle Ritchie up there in the 76 car. William Bowman behind, in front of Boley and Kyle Shelton. Bottom line with Tennell through on the e-brake.
No, interesting seeing the highlights. See that TTSO Motorsports number 12 of Dylan there leading that line with Canada Dry, Ginger Rail, that fruit splash just pushing them so slightly. They're coming through turn 4. And Kyle Ritchie, the other Ritchie Trader, running at third.
Unbelievable. 73 laps to go. Almost about that time here. Got ourselves about 5 to 6 laps. Pit stops, possibly. Does anyone take the gamble here? No now. Has anyone saved any? Oh, 3 wide
Pinder
for
shoves
third.
it 3 wide. He doesn't have the help. He's got Bowman 3 wide. Oh, and Pinder with the move to the inside just last corner makes one more aggressive move, and it might be one too many. Is he going to be able to get back down in line? I don't think so.
You see the help of Pinder right now as Boldy can't decide which girl to dance with.
Oh, and they're just lined up so tightly on the inside line. I think that entire outside line is going to find them straight to the back of the bus.
There we go. Now we got him back. Hopefully, well, we got pit stops. Maybe not such a bad thing.
Are you lining up here to come down pit road now? You're 7 laps too short of making it? I'm not sure. I think you're still trying to save that precious Sunoco racing fuel right now.
Pinder back into the top there. Doesn't like what he sees there as everyone's kind of wiggling around the bottom.
Risky move by Tennell there. You saw Tennell be able to pick off the 76 of Kyle Ritchie. Ritchie wasn't having it. He's coming back to him. Shira and the 12 support Tennell. Oh man, they just left Tennell high and dry there.
Crew racing drivers on the bottom. With
Well,
Quisenberry
92 and the 76 all working together right now. As soon as Tennell pulled out, they hung him high and dry like a clothesline.
10. All over the place. There you go. A little dynamic cam action right there for you. See the little bit of a run there the top side has with Shelton, Bowman, and Pinder.
Spices on the radio right now. Some drivers in the area talking about, man, hey, line up single file here. Give me a little bit of room. Don't shove me too hard. At the same time, drivers try to make position. So you could see some calamity here as we're coming into pit stops, like you mentioned, in what I think will be 5 laps. They're talking about fuel on the radio. 5.9 for some of these drivers running the mid-pack. That means 6 laps for these guys who've been saving. How about the guys who haven't been?
To the good, you would be 0.5 after a 20 to 21 lap run. And that is
I don't know about you. 0.5 can win a race. 0.5 can lose it. 0.5 on the backstretch. Imagine having to run out of fuel with the checkered flag in your sight coming out of nowhere.
right here. Sputter. Pray to God you have enough for the guys behind you. Either don't murder you because you're running out of gas in front of them.
Oh man, we got some of the guys in chat strategy saying you should be able to make it to lap 79. 79 says you're short 2 laps. I can't make up 2 laps. I'm running 5 miles with no fuel.
Hopefully you have a spare water bottle with some Sunoco fuel As everyone should in their car, right? Everybody has that. Pinder back to the lead. No one
It's
has
funny
spare
you can-
20-ounce Deja Blue or Aquafina bottles with gas in them.
I hope so. It looks like Christopher Pinder must, because he just took that outside lane to the front, and I think he might be the only car running wide open. You don't blow by the inside lane around this race without that. Pinder drives to the front, drags 2 cars with him. Could have dragged 3 with William Bowman if Bowman had cleared himself there. I think these guys are good. They're worried about fuel right now.
Where we're going, we don't need fuel. Damn right, Brian. We're getting our stat boy Eric. 79 goes through the regulation, assuming 21 cent is accurate currently. And if we don't go to Affinity over to cautions out,
None of it matters.
none of it matters. To hell with your strategy. I'll see your
Strategy's for the bird.
Oh my God. Say it with me, chat. This changes everything. My goodness gracious. All right, let's see what's happening here.
Man, if you go into the 45 at Austin Weingart, you're going to see where that accident all starts.
I can literally look down and see it now. I just paused it. Just paused it. Terrible cameras. Terrible cameras. Give me the other one. Yeah. Boldy with the high. Oh, God, I already hate it. All right.
Just the side draft on.
Oh, good Lord. And then down in front of Dombrowski. Here comes Casey Brown, the 9 car of Cootie. Big damage. Casey Brown. Oof. Let's see it again. Rewind that ish. See it up front here. Weingard. Bully comes down. Kills him. Dombrowski gets a piece. Shouldn't be too bad, I'll be honest with you.
The tough ones there. We talked about some of those cars saving fuel, staying in the back on purpose to stay out of the disaster and save fuel. Guys like Casey Brown, guys like Cootie, both involved in this accident here. I think it was a pretty big impact for Cootie. We may have to go back and take a look at that. As we see a car shoots through the grass.
This is Kiger, who has spent the majority of his evening
riding.
Yeah, just let's take a look here. Weingard. Cootie. Whack.
That's a front end impact. It's not what you want to see if you're going to be the guy leading this race at the end. Huge front end impact.
Big bump.
And again,
Oh.
those guys back there just playing it patient, trying to do the right things, trying to save fuel, trying to not end up throwing a front clip in the dumpster, and they're not going to have that luxury tonight. As Pinder destroys his diffuser on pit road exit.
Absolutely. You don't need that either. Fuel or diffusers, don't need it. Unbelievable. Wow. Well, here we are. 22 laps to go. Gotta say it. Still might not be enough.
I don't know. So you have the caution here, right? We have lap 79 coming to lap 80. I would love to be completing lap 80 with a full tank of fuel. Not a couple caution laps. Not hope. Not dreams.
Yeah.
But if there's another caution, does that help you? If we get a green-white checkered, can you lead this whole race and save that fuel? I don't think so.
Some chitter chatter about the wreck in the chat. These cameras just... That was the problem. We just got to get Weingard a way brighter paint. He's camo. Couldn't see it. Bully murdered him. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, paint Hunter orange, maybe? Maybe that might help. Coming to the end here. Pinder. Yeah, everyone, they're saying 21 lap fuel run. Everyone pitted on lap 78.
Pinder running below the yellow line, saving fuel. He's cutting the engine off, cutting the ignition, running that car silent as can be, trying to save as much fuel as possible, knowing he wants to lead every lap. He wants to be in that position to win. he wants to be asked uncomfortable questions in an interview just 20 laps from now.
Oh yeah, first one's gonna be the last time you crapped yourself. I know he's answered it before, but I can't remember.
I just want to
Pinder.
hear the story yet again.
Pinder, Tenold, Goodwin, up here for crew racing, as all of his other crew racing compatriots decided
crew
to cost.
cronies, if you will?
Yeah, the crew. No, the crew of crew. You know nothing about Mardi Gras?
I don't know shit about.
We'll talk. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after the stream. We'll talk about it later.
I spoke go with 2 letters. Go Tigers.
Oh, yeah. We don't say go Tigers. We say go Tigers. It's totally different. That's totally different.
There's like
dude.
7 A's in there.
Yeah, go Tigers. There's an H. Yeah, there's a whole go Tigers. There it is. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. And that's how you say it. Just in case you didn't know. And Death Valley is where? In Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
If you don't know, now you know.
Oh my goodness. Pinder, Tenold, Shelton, Goodwin, Quisenberry. Jawad Barrows, there they are. Up 6-7. Up 6-7. Bowman, Nadeau, Kiger. Where's Bub at?
Jesus.
Where's Bub at?
Bubba Darrell back there, P14, and that wreck bucket of dog water that car is. I tell you, I cannot believe that car is still on track.
It really is insane to see it. Where the hell is it?
So we joked about that fuel saving stuff. Those cars that save fuel, that Drew Joie, that Nathan Barrows, those Brandon Kiger cars, running P90 before. As we come to green, they're inside the top 10.
Here we go. Green flag in the air, flash. Whoa, Lord.
As we're live here on VCR, inside lane behind, well formed. It's going to leave a guy like Tenold and Goodwin. They're going to have to push really hard, somewhat dangerously. Off guys, 17 on the 22 on the inside. That's Helmers finally coming in. William Bowman, Ryan Tiller on the outside. The 21 a game coming too.
Tight with the Tiger 20 laps to go. They're right on the fuel run. They should be right on the fuel run. So do we see guys like a Nick Miller back here in 22nd? Weingard, Bowley trying to catch back up with a little bit of damage they have.
If you're Nick Miller, you know that your auto draft is drafted like Peyton Manning for no reason. So you're absolutely back there trying
Devin
to focus
Hester
on that.
is going to be your flex. Nice.
Nick Chubb definitely going to make it this year.
Mike Biakabatuka, wide receiver 1. I'm over 40. I'm over 40.
We talked about that outside lane that wasn't formed up. They had the jump. They got the pushes. Both Tenold and Goodwin able to get to the inside line. A guy like Bowman. Could this be his opportunity to break out in Affinity Cup Series as he's on the outside line with Ryan Tiller right behind him?
If you can't see that car, it's because you're tripping balls, guys. Beautiful paint scheme by Willie B. Good beginning. Affinity Racing. But here we are. Laps to go. Our race came in by
And Bowman's going to edge himself on the outside line here with Ryan Tiller right behind him. Demian been a strong pusher as the 3 wide gets a shove by the 67.
Oh, Lord!
Huge accident here. They're spinning on the inside.
Tenold around. Tiller. Demian involved. Good God.
That all started with BJ McLeod. I mean, Bubba Darrell on the outside line, giving the 21 a shove, forced him to a position he didn't want to be coming into turn 3 there. I think if you look into that off the back of the 67 car, we're going to get a really great look at what started this accident.
Oh, nope.
Just a perfect shove.
Watch,
the
21
watch
what
is
Demian,
forced to make a move.
Watch what Demian does here. 20 goes with and just a little bit of a bump. Checks up the 67, and then the 23 just gets clipped by the 21. Let's see that again. I want to get this camera right here. There we go.
It looks like the only one who knew they were 3 wide might have been Tenold there if they come into 3. Watch this develop.
Right there. checked up off the bone and we were spinning. Oh, man. Just, but I don't know if you got a lot of damage if you're tunneled.
I don't think any. Well, I mean, you saw some damage happen post accident there, but like you said, I think Tennell just has to find himself back up.
Oh yeah, Demi just come down. He just
I
came
think
down
the only
across
car
him.
who knew they were 3 wide right there was Tennell.
1000%.
And those two, yeah, those two cars came together. There was no way you were gonna make it out of an accident like that.
TJ Hushmanzada has just been picked for Nick Miller. And then Jake Nicholas is around because he just can't get enough attention tonight. I'm kidding. All right, let's see what you did. What'd you do? All right, they're wrecking. Nicholas. Oh, and he got scared. Like the slowest speed wreck ever. No, ow. Can you imagine how bad that hurt? Watch the
And it was
bounce.
all of them just trying to avoid each other too.
Look at this bounce that he came down and then he just hits and then his car goes up. Whack. Boy, he's gonna. Oh, and then here comes Tiller, almost kills him. And then Tiller goes up the hill. Boy, oh boy.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Oh, easy remix to ignition. Here we go. Bounce, bounce.
Hot and
bounce,
fresh off the
bounce,
kitchen.
Bounce. Was he on the Rams? I think I wound up with him. Or that girlfriend was like, I know this guy from my high school. There it is. Perfect. Whoa, you guys had a gig during our freshman year.
So the
I love
interesting
it.
part, all that stuff, and you have William Bowman in the lead, the OG.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is he? He's not in the DC. Or at least I don't see him in the DC.
That's too bad.
We will talk to Bubba though. Bubba Darrell been all over the place, smothered, covered, chopped, and capped. Give me a little bit of a breakdown here of your evening and make it fast. I'm in a hurry. I'm just kidding.
Bubba feels like he's in a Waffle House iron right now. He been hit, smashed, bumped, banged all around. We almost went a lap down there, and then we got lucky with that yellow. But you know, we're finally up front. We're going to try to put her in victory lane there for Waffle House. My uncle. Thank you for him. He's a manager at a Waffle House. He done sponsored me for this one. So we're looking for sponsors. Obviously, we don't got the funding to go qualify every week, but we're going to have some fun trying to get a good finish right now.
Dude, P2 right now. Willie B on the inside. I've heard that if you do win, you will be at a Waffle House all night. And the only rule they have is no fighting.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. If some of you drivers show up, there might be a fight because I'm hearing a lot of chatter in the race chat from spotters. But shout out to my spotter. He's got one eye. He's doing a great job on that telescope up there. But, man, we're looking to have some fun here and looking for more sponsors.
All right, I'm putting you back in TTSL.
Wherever I was at, speaking.
All right, Bubba, God bless you. God bless Waffle House. Good luck to you, buddy.
Yeah, sir.
I'm surprised you can hear me over Kid Rock blaring in the background. I'm damn sure that's on right now. I love the
It's
upside.
crazy. He actually, they couldn't afford to bring another chassis to Daytona, but they were able to install Bluetooth stereo in that car, and you can hear the woofer in the trunk. That car will be going to R&D after that. He is blasting Freebird at full blast.
Oh, the number's upside down on the roof. Bubba, listen. Oh, God bless him.
Hey,
Bubba,
you
they're
can buy
doing it.
Waffle House stickers, but you can't buy talent, all right?
You can take the man out of the Waffle House, but you can't take the Waffle House out of the man. God bless you. 15 laps to go. This thing does have everything. You can put ham on it, cheese on it. Never mind. We'll talk. More Waffle House puns. Let's get it.
And Bubba Darrell looking waffle home right there on the front row as they come here to green flag with William Bowman on the inside.
Slam. I thought you were going all-star. You're like all-star breakfast. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I'll bring it up if he somehow podiums this thing. I got to see him take that wreck bucket stuff
yeah,
to the victory lane.
Looking over easy on the front row, Bowman and Darrell. Here we go, hoping not to scramble the field here. Because at that point, I mean, that's 3 egg references in a row. Let's go.
And I tell you what, you've watched him make this crossing all night long, starting out in the back there with Drew Jua, and there they are leading the outside.
It's whiskey. It is whiskey. You gotta beat that egg. You know, can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. And who's gonna be the eggs to get cracked? 14 laps to go.
And action is heating up. We are 3 wide in the back already. We haven't seen that since lap 2. And what happened on lap 2? Accidents. We need to keep this thing rolling here as you see that outside lane coming. But right now, it's a battle for the trial. William Bowman leads this lap with that crumpled race car of the 6-7 leading the outside lane with Drew Jua pushing.
Waka waka. That's not what I wanted to show. All right.
Ooh, Drew Jua with a tough push there as they come down the backstretch. Beautiful cameras. You see him shove it 3 wide. Looks like the 1 car, Nick Miller. He just finished his draft. He's on his way to the outside.
Well, punter, kicker, taken. We are on the way. Hopefully he got that Broncos defense. Oh my God, Nippers in the 12. Bodying each other.
Oh man, the inside line.
Expert. Wow. Lunar with a friggin' home run. Oh, Jesus. Jua.
Contact.
67. Door banging. 5. Pay window is indeed open.
Got a familiar face up front. Drew Jua for the first time tonight in that Tilta 5 Ford Mustang.
Drew Jua. Season 5 winner here at Daytona.
Got some guys we'll talk to tonight. Sitting P3 as Bowman gets shipped high. Bowman's all alone, no help, but help is coming. And that Bubba Darrell, that Waffle House car.
67. Oh, good Lord, Richie, the wall. That's going to shuffle him up.
With a huge block. Leaves Pinder alone. Pinder's got Luis Rios behind him.
Back to the bottom goes Jua. 53.
Jua swerving left and right, looking like a Houston lowrider coming across 4 lanes of traffic.
Yeah, you couldn't do that in Houston. You can't cut across traffic because there's no open lanes. You're not moving. You're just there. You have become one with the road at that point. Permanent address, I-10. Or the loop that does nothing but just stands still. Houston
Yeah,
suck.
just throw it in park.
No, basically. Just neutral and just kind of you can let the car behind you bump you forward when you need to.
Talk about some odd fellows working together though. We got Pinder, Bowman, Bubba Darrell on the outside. Bowman leaves Pinder high and dry in that Summer Reeves Camry.
Oh, what a pun. Oh, the wordplay. Oh!
Barrows is
Nick Miller!
Oh, he's in the wall. Nick Miller dead.
Nipperus.
Oh, Nipperus
Good
involved. Does a
Lord.
360. A bunch of cars bail to the inside. We got body parts all over the racetrack.
Yeah, that's some
Could be a fender, could be a wrist.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's take a gander here. Let's find out. There, you can see it already. I spy with my little eye a car facing the wrong direction.
Excuse me, sir. You're not supposed to be pointed that way. Let's see what Nathan Barrows is about to see.
Door the Explorer. Can you find the problem? Yeah. And around we go. Nicholas pirouette. Barrows. Hopefully, they looked like they weren't able to beat the. Oh, good Lord. The right side of Barrows' car is just beat to hell.
And the only map that Nathan Barrows is going to need Air Center.
There it is. Whack-a-mole. Goodness gracious. What a wreck. And then Nick Miller behind him.
You know, this is a product of being 10 laps to go, lap 91 here. Nick Miller sees an opening to the middle, gets underneath Nathan Barrows. and we ran out of real estate in between the two. Getting both those guys involved. Something that you hate to see, Richard, is that 75 Jayhawks car got involved. Nipperus is involved. Nadu involved. As we're pacing around under yellow, a lot of guys that had an opportunity tonight, a lot of airtime tonight involved in an accident with just 10 to go.
10 laps remaining. I don't even know what to think right now. That's insane. I talked to Willie B, but he's not in Discord. Drew Jawab to P2 Pinder. Still hanging out back here. Casey Brown finding a way. Up to P6. He's had an eventful night. Dodge, duck, dive, and dodge, everything.
How about some guys with their debut from Next Up tonight? Right, you got a guy like Luis Rios. We talked about him early, and then he got involved into an accident, straight to the back. Haven't heard of him. But suddenly, that SimuQ black and teal number 10, looking pretty good. Not as good as this John Deere rig with Casey Brown, like you mentioned, just 2 spots behind him. That's a car that started 32nd in the field, up in 9th, Casey Brown. A John Deere family. Him, Taylor Nadeau, 2 John Deere cars sitting right there inside the top 10.
Oh, twins, Basil. Twins. Good save by controller driver Nadeau getting hit by the 6 there. Absolutely. Nadeau, amazing on the controller. You do not know what he's capable of. Oh, good Lord.
He's actually sitting in a R9X John Deere right now, using the joystick to drive that car. The tablet helps him make his pit calls.
He's playing.
Look at the corn kernels in that paint scheme. Man, that's the attention to detail right there.
There you go.
Brought to you by Vex Missions.
Keep moving a bunch of crap. All right. Subscribe right now. 30% off all subs right now. September has already started. Right now you can watch ad-free of Race Affinity action here. All you got to do is just click that subscribe button. Give some subs. You know the deal. Also, head on over to raceaffinity.com/donate. Give to the Innocent Life Foundation, our charity, for the Season 6 edition. It's going to be a lot of fun working with them again.
But Richard, we're coming to that point here. We're talking coming across to lap 94. I'm going to let you repick. Randy Arms sitting on pit road.
I'm not giving up.
Who's your pick to win tonight?
Yet. I still think he's got a chance to really rebound, turn this stuff around. What's that?
55 laps down. I believe he has a chance.
I'm getting word in my ear from the producer that I am fighting. You know what? Mike Dombrowski might be pick, so I probably just pissed him off to all sorts of new levels in that beautiful car.
You bring him up here and see how he feels about that kind of positive reinforcement.
Dombrowski, real quick, I picked you to win, so good luck to you, buddy.
Oh, wow. That was a ballsy move.
Nah.
He said he really liked the fact you painted your wheels green.
Yeah, I love the wheels. Perfect. Thanks, bud. Love you. Say it back.
Oh, I love you, Mina.
There you go. Jesus. Guys, I shouldn't have to ask. I'll be honest with you. All right. Down the back stretch.
Hate to see it when it's
You hate to see it. You hate to see it when he's like, love you. There it is, the Grateful Dead car. William Bowman leading right now with Drew Jawar on the outside. Pinder. Bubba Darrell. Or Darrell Bubba. Or Bubba Darrell Bubba. If there's one thing about Richard, it would mean probably everything. I think this would be life-changing. I believe the check is worth $2.6 million to the winner. What's that? What's that? No money.
Fired again?
Got it. All right, no money. But I feel like he's due. Willie B, it's time. Here we go.
Imagine what a backmarker dot shop Grateful Dead William Bowman win tee could be as we come in here to the tri-oval. Bubba Darrell pushing. Drew Jawal on the outside. William Bowman with Pinder on the inside. Bowman gets the jump as they come across the start finish line.
6 laps to go here. Bowman, Jawal, side by side. Lanes and corners. High side getting a better jump here.
High side has a great jump with pushes from Bubba Darrell. You got the Jayhawks machine, but they're pushing pretty wide. They just shipped Duval out of the pack. It's going to slow down both the 12 and the 97, which is going to give the inside line a run.
Here they come. Will Duval drop down? Can't go with him. Whoa, big wiggle by Quisenberry.
Oh, and we're wrecking back.
Yeah, that was a big
man.
Cootie into scare. Scare around. That was a mess and a half there.
It sure was. It looked like Nadu just stuck there on the high side. You had guys trying to get around him with no help, and there just wasn't room to move. As we look here live at the replay, 22 into the 19, and from there it's just a roadblock right in front of Brandon Kiger.
Now, keep in mind here, this all started, I believe, up here. Now watch what happens. Watch the 75.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
That could have been interesting. And you heard it on driver chat. Some guys talking about some late moves up at the front of the pack. That's going to be tension as we're going to go really close here. Potentially 3 to go when we go green yet again. Or could it be tonight's first? Green, white, checkered.
Good Lord. Kevin Boley around. Scare was involved there. Just an unfortunate
You know who else got involved? Cootie again.
Yep, Cootie on pit road right now. And he is gone, baby, gone. They have packed up the trailer and they are done for.
Looked like a broken left rear for that Napa car for Cootie. Hate to see it. He was making the right moves, being patient all night, and just got caught up in 2 severe accidents in a row. Not enough to keep that car going. But you hate to see that for him.
Oh, boy. Could be time for the green, white, checkered. Could be. I'm not sure. Quite eventful night here. Go through the field here. Joie, Bowman, Bubba Darrell, P4, Chris Pinder, Luis Rios, P5, Landon Quisberry up to P6, Casey Brown, Dylan Falovich, James Goodwin up to P9, P10, teammate Crew Racing, Zach Case, or Mike Dombrowski, Zach Case behind them, Andrew Tinold, Tony Skirbo.
About a recovery from that driver after getting turned head on into the fence earlier in the race.
Absolutely, up 16 spots throughout the race. Nadeau up 6 spots to 14th. Chira down 10 spots to 15th. Sheldon up 14 spots to 16th. And Kiger up 9 spots. Demian Tiller and Scare have all fallen quite a bit down to 18th, 19th, and 20th, but looking to rebound here as we're going to go back for the green flag. Hopefully check it.
You know, we're still sitting 2 to go here. We got Drew Joie leading. He took the lead there on that last restart. He's thrown some pretty aggressive blocks that have stacked up a little bit of the field, shuffled some guys up. Curious what a man like him, what's his strategy going to be to win this race? He's going to line up with Bubba Darrell behind him likely, as long as he chooses the inside lane. What's the strategy to hold off a William Bowman? How do you hold off a Christopher Pinder? How do you hold off a newcomer like Luis Rios with the Jayhawks in the 75 Landon?
All those questions and more after we get back from these commercial messages. I'm just kidding. UNC football. That's interesting. Just like Kansas, I thought they just played basketball.
Kansas' football team is about the same as UNC's, to be honest.
That's what I mean. I thought they just played basketball. That's what they were like doing just that. They play hella women's soccer. Oh, dude, I forgot how big of a fan I was of women's soccer. My bad. You're right. Based on the score, they play basketball. Confirmed by the Innocent Life Foundation. You can donate now to another charitable organization. UNC football. So he's got to pay for his girlfriend's babysitter.
Easy.
We're good. No, we're good. We're good. I knew where I was going with it, and it wasn't going to be bad at first.
Hey, humor me for a second. Why don't we bring my pickup into the booth? You've had yours. Give me James Goodwin up here. Let's see as we come down to the backstretch, 1 to go. I want to hear what James Goodwin is going to do. Sitting in P9. He's lining up there. He's got Casey Brown sitting in front of him. James, talk to us. You're sitting in 9th. You've kept a clean car most of the night. That gold from Guinness is glowing. How are you going to win this thing here?
I can't give up my secrets, you know. I was staying up front. The restart, a couple restarts ago, screwed me. I kind of got sent to the back. So, but I got one of my teammates right here outside of me. We're gonna see if we can't work together and try to drive it up to the front and hopefully come back out with a clean car and a good finish. Love to be in victory lane, but.
Hey, we got you, Dombrowski, sitting there inside the top 10. Look forward to seeing it. You got John Deere in front of you. Wish you the best. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, but the Busch Latte is on ice for the Crew Racing boys after the Daytona race. As we go back to the Geico restart zone, Daytona green flag, off we go. Green, white checker, natural green, white checkered. Here we go. Joie, Darrell, Bowman, Rios, and Pinder, your top 5. Single filed out right now with Quisenberry on the high side.
Quisenberry with absolutely no help there, lined up on the inside. Pinder jumps out, Bowman jumps with him. Darrell jumps high. Drew has no help. He's got Luis Rios, the rookie, behind him. They're 3 wide coming down the backstretch. It's Pinder coming up the middle. He's right behind Darrell. Darrell's got the shove, but Jua has the right line.
Jua on the bottom of the Rios. The 6'7" of Bubba Darrell on the high side. Big shoves coming from Goodwin.
That damage from Darrell holding him back, but he's got everybody pushing him. Jua jumps high to block. They're going to the trail. Hopper behind him. Tenold involved. Bowman involved.
Already in the air.
Race to the checkered.
2 by 2. Bottom lane had the run there. Casey Brown and Falovich shoving the top 2 lines. Here comes 66.
Everybody's involved.
Case. Oh my God.
We get the veteran Christopher Pinder, the underfunded team Bubba Darrell. They're going to push the high side. Pinder shoving 12 car high.
Oh boy, here they come out of turn number 4. Bubba Darrell in front. Pinder looking like he's got a little bit of a run. Does so. Gets wrecked.
Jua goes below the yellow line. It's going to be Jua. Darrell and Zach Case that wins it. In the 66. The sponsor of the race captures the win. The BDRC number 66 captures the win.
Unbelievable. The 66 of Zach Case won this race. Unbelievable. Let's take another look at that real quick. Coming to the line, Zach Case. Side by side, Pinder comes up across Falovich. Brown with the shove. Zach goes high as you cannot pass below the yellow line. So he's like, I'll just go to the top. Zach Case of Black Dirt Racing Co. wins the Daytona 250. Unbelievable. How about it?
And the only law-abiding citizen coming to the line there, staying above the yellow line. You saw Jua, you saw Bubba Darrell. Waffle House versus Tiltify get together and let the momentum of Zach Case take the win tonight as you see him burn it down here in the infield.
Unreal. Race winner, Zach Case. Wow.
You know, we had a really tough accident coming there to the White Richard, but it still left us 10 cars coming back to the checkered that if you would have asked me, I would have said that was Drew Jua's race to lose. And one quick moment changed everything when Pinder moves to the outside, tries to make the race his own, and that opened it up to the field behind him. And the pack coming in on a guy like Darrell with an underfunded team sponsored by his uncle's employment at Waffle House, unable to hold on.
Race winners.
I can't wait to see how this comes to fruition here.
Pinder up. Whack. And here comes Zach Case to take the win. Literally no time at all. Unreal. Get him in the waiting room. We're going to talk to the race winner here. Daryl and Joie, P2 and 3 respectively.
I cannot wait to talk to Zach Case and hear about his story, how he started shotgun on this field. P35 started dead last and decided to, hey, why not finish on the opposite end of this thing? Comes home, brings it to victory lane.
Let's talk real quick to P3 finisher Drew Jua. As I'm going to grab him and pull him on down here. Come on in, Drew Jua. P3 finish, not the finish you obviously hoped for, but we got ourselves to the finish line there at the end. Talk us through the end, and you were damn near in pit road.
Yeah. Me and Nathan kind of controlled that race. We both got phantom damage while leading, so we both repaired it, and we were saving fuel there, and they wrecked right before the pit stop, so like us saving fuel just meant nothing. We got back up there, and Nathan was kind of just chilling, and like I said already in the Discord, same people make the same moves. Nick wrecked my teammate and didn't really give an apology. Kind of just said, I thought you were going to go up the racetrack, so I'm not really shocked. And then I was pushing Chris at the end there. He went up to kind of take the run, and I honestly wanted him to win. I would have been really happy with the Christopher Pinder win, but he did that, and Cabe just comes across my nose. So like I said, same people, same number, different number, new season, same drivers. So I hope they don't think that I went intentionally below the yellow. Cabe was going to clear himself off of my nose if I don't. So I try to not wreck us, and then he just forces me all the way below after, already cutting my nose. So I'm just not really shocked. This new package, it's a little interesting. I feel like you just can't really push anymore. So it's just about learning. So it was fun. Besides that, just unfortunate things take out the one person I'm really working with, and then just getting forced below the yellow.
Yeah, man. Well, all we need to do is move on next week. Chicagoland. Drew, looking forward to seeing you out there, bud. We hell of a finish. Nothing to hang your head about. You survived Daytona, so let's move on next week, right?
Yeah, we'll be good. Just not shocked. So shout out Tiltify, shout out you guys for all you guys do, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate you, Drew.
Hey, Drew, one quick question for you here.
Oh,
We're coming to the checkered. Love that. Love the Pinder push there as we get to the finish there. You can see Pinder kind of make the move high. Obviously, hey, some stuff coming to the start-finish line. Walk us through the fuel strategy there mid-race. We saw you, we saw Cootie, we saw Nathan Barrows, we saw quite a few cars back there. How close were you guys on fuel before that last accident?
We were always good to the end. I mean, we were just debating taking 9.1 or just the full 11 gallons. So we were gonna take 9.1, probably pit with them if they pitted within a certain window, and we would have got the track position over them. So like I said, kind of frustrating. You save fuel and it doesn't go. I wasn't really worried about that. I knew I was able to get to the front. So just unfortunate when you lose your rookie to your, what's his name? Cal Weathers. No, that's not. Is it Cal Weathers?
Yeah.
Right, that's a Cars dude, isn't he?
Drew, we've now set a Guinness record for longest Affinity Racing interview.
Yeah, I gave my shout outs, and then I got a question I'm gonna answer.
I know, I appreciate you, Drew. P3, dude, congratulations.
I
love you more. See
Great start to the points. Talk to you soon.
Go
Drew.
Broncos.
Have a great season.
Yeah. Media training immediately. All right, get him out of here. Bubba Daryl, come on in. Daryl, P2 tonight, dude. Walk me through quickly that finish and the calamity that was out of turn 4.
Yeah, man. I thought we were going to go for it right there. We only got one car left at the shop, and this was it. So we may have to borrow a car this next race. But, man, I thought we were going to bring her home for Waffle House. Just didn't have it right there. Got a little bit too big of a gap. And then, man, it was a race of the line. There was nothing really I could have done more glad for Zach to get the win there. But yeah, we'll see if we can get another car, bring her to the next race.
Yeah, Chicagoland. Hopefully, it's quite the haul from the trailer park. Good luck to you, Bubba, and we'll see you here next week, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna hook her up to the motorhome and just haul her up there on the flatbed. So we're gonna see what happens here. Got to go back to the garage and get her fixed, but we'll be there.
You said F-150 wrong. See you next week, buddy. Race winner, Zach Case. How's that sound? Daytona winner, Zach Case.
I mean, it sounds pretty good to start out the season for Black Dirt Racing Co. On a high note. So, I mean, it's pretty good.
No higher note than what you just did tonight. Race winner. Thoughts on the whole race in general, fuel strat? What was the vibe throughout the night with the team, but also with yourself in that car?
I mean, we were pushing for stage points. We were able to get I think a P9 or a P10 for stage points there, and then honestly just ride around till 20 to go, and then we got a couple cautions there and set me up for a good spot. And then with the white flag, obviously, it was a 7-car breakaway, and was able to dive low around the Pinder crash and stay up high and get around those two guys. And I mean, it was a great race, good start to the season 6, and appreciate what all you guys doing. So,
dude, congratulations, my friend. I know it means a lot to come in here on the first race of the season, your first race Affinity win, by the way, as well, correct?
Yeah, I was pretty close in season 4 and next up at Talladega, but no, this feels pretty good. We got Bass Pro Shops that just joined the team, and obviously Black Dirt Racing Co. Starting on a high note. Just shout out to Andrew, Alex, and the rest of the guys, and obviously I'm super excited for the rest of the year.
Dude, Zach,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was literally going to cue you up for Tom. I was like, I know Tom has a question for you.
Oh, man, Zach, I got to ask you, man. You started KOLP tonight, the king of last place. You started 35th tonight. Lap 27. A lot of guys battling for the stage. You're running in the 30s. Lap 58. We're halfway through this thing. We're trying to move all the way to the front. You're running 27th. What did it take to get from last to first tonight?
I mean, we're at one point where we lost the draft. I was with Jaron Valley in that 01 car, and we were about to go a lap down and prayed for a caution. It came, and we were able to get the gas back in the car on pit road and get some damage fixed. And like I said, I just made sure to set myself up, stay on the bottom when they were going 3 wide, and just take care of the car. And we put ourselves in a good spot and had a little bit of faith, and it worked out for us.
Race.
I mean, a good spot. We're talking coming into the tri-oval. You're trapped. We just saw it on the replay right there. You're trapped behind the 12 car. The 17 throws a block in front of him. You're third car on the outside. You don't have a shot to win this race. What did it look like from your perspective coming through the tri-oval? You dropped to the bottom and somehow end up victorious. What was that like?
I mean, when we came out of 4, I knew I was in the third car. I was like, hoping for a top 5, and then I saw Pinder go high, and I knew that was going to cause a problem. So I just dropped low, and there was a spot right in front of the 98, and he gave me a shove, and I saw those two guys connect on the bottom, so I said, hey, might as well go high and see where we can finish, and was lucky enough to beat him out. And like I said, it feels really good. This is my 3rd season now in ARS, and to be able to get a win here, and hey, all you got to do is lead the last lap, so we were able to do that and put the 66 car in victory lane.
Brother,
season number 3, race number 1, win number 1.
Daytona.
What do you have for Daytona for Zach Case?
Daytona winner, Zach Case in the Cup Series, brother. Congratulations. I'm sure you owe Casey Brown a couple of beers for that last little push, but hydrate tonight, celebrate with the team. My friend, congratulations. We will see you next week at Chicagoland.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate all you guys do and all the admins here at ARS. It's a fun series, and we'll be looking forward to Chicagoland next week.
Love you, mean it. Thank you, Zach. We'll talk soon, buddy.
See ya.
Congratulations. I want to talk to this guy. Pinder, I'm going to talk to you real quick. You went flying, dude. That was cool. What happened there? We're coming back to the strike.
What happened? It's just when you go from the mini stock to the cup car, they're longer, eh?
Yeah, a little bit of a.
It was clear.
Yeah. That's
car high, driver.
Yeah,
car high.
Car high, still there. Wall, reckon. Hold the brake.
Would have been clear in the mini stock.
Would have been clear in the mini stock. I saw you in the waiting room. I had to come pull you in. Congratulations on the decent run tonight, bud. Top 10 for you.
Let's and lots had some fun. That's all that matters.
Chicagoland is going to be a lot of fun next week. I guarantee it's probably going to be hot as hell.
Ooh, it's going to be hot, you say?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Hot as the summer's eve one, Mike?
Hot as
Oh,
the,
that you need-
oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go bring some of that summer's eve upstairs right now and get things ready to
Jesus.
go.
Goodness. Good luck to you, bud. I expect pictures and/or videos here in a little bit. Chris Bender, P9, congrats, buddy.
See you, boys.
Later, dude. Oh man, Casey Brown. I gotta talk to you. I know you're in review right now, but I'll pull you in here real quick. I wanted to talk to you real quick about the last lap there, with a little bit of the calamity. As you saw, you were in the back on the bottom row here, and then Pinder gets just demolished, and all of a sudden you are the knight in shining armor for Zach Case. All you knew is get the hell away from the yellow line, huh?
Yes, I had a run going down the backstretch, and it was going to be bad if I decided, so I just let out the gas and was not hoping for a wreck, but thinking they were going to wreck.
Stay on the bottom, like any other super speedway race. Stay on the bottom. If I'm forced below the yellow, it's okay. Whatever.
That run you had on Luis Rios was dangerous. I mean, what makes a fellow want to lift when it's coming to one to go? I appreciate the tenacity there.
Well, just
I'm watching it live right now on Twitch here.
I've done this for a while now, and I just know kind of how these races go, unfortunately. And tonight was just different because, when I say different, it was just more calamity than I'm used to in Cup. Next gen, I would expect this, but or next up, I mean, sorry. But
excuse me.
This series, I expect a little bit better from all of us. But in that situation, I just backed out and decided to I was happy with the top 10. Let's start off with a good points race and see how it finishes.
Brother Casey, hell of a run tonight. P4 finish after a long night like that, brother. I'll take it.
Yep, I'll take it. And again, I appreciate you guys.
You're the man. You're the one in race review right now. Thank you, buddy.
Yep. All right, thanks,
guys. That's a great P4 out of Casey Brown there. That John Deere car ran in the back all night tonight, playing it safe, and it pays off.
You're the man. Appreciate you, Case.
Yep.
Casey Brown, P4. What a night, Tom. Dude, appreciate you hanging out, man.
I appreciate you. It's been a lot of fun calling this race, the first race of the Affinity Cup season, and we crowned ourselves a first-time winner tonight at Daytona. Pretty cool.
I am excited as we're going to look at all the privateers because nothing worked before the stream, so I had to go back to the old stuff. So here we are. Boom. Zach Case, Bubba Darrell, Drew Jawa, Casey Brown, and Luis Rios with the top 5. Quisenberry, Falovich, Nadu, Shelton, and Dombrowski. A top 10 for Dombrowski. Hell yeah. Pinder or not what it says he finished 9th. Never mind. Whatever, 11th. Chira, Niparis, Richie. Yeah, everything's fired. By the way, this is championship. That's my favorite part. So congratulations to Affinity Racing Series champion, Zach Case, on what is an unbelievable job winning one race and is now our champion.
Won at least one Monday championship.
Won at least one. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on Wednesday night, 8:30, 7:30 Central. Daytona next up. 1,450. I don't know the number for it, but we're going to be here. We're going to do it. Tom's going to be racing in it, and I will be making the call. I appreciate you guys in the chat. Subscribe for ad-free viewing. If you haven't already, follow the channel. We'll see you Wednesday and Saturday on the Big Boy channel, Super Saturdays. Come on. We'll see y'all next week. For Tom Wetmore, I am Brandon Richard. See ya!